What's up, YouTube? Your boys are back. I'm Ryan, my man George.
What's shaking, guys, man? Shout out to the free thinkers, of course, man.
Avelino and Dave, man. Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali, the best of all time. Is that what?
Against the ropes.
Is that what we're talking about right here?
I think they
best
might
of all
be
time?
trying to strut their shit a little bit,
Okay.
man. They're
All
trying
right.
to say that they're greatness. They embody greatness, perhaps. I'm
These
not
two
sure.
are dope, though. They are dope. Every song that we've done by Dave and Avelino, we've liked.
Yeah, seriously.
For the most part, seriously.
I really like Avelino and Dave because I think they're dope lyricists in the UK scene, man. And anytime that we can, man, show some love to these guys, man,
Yes, sir.
we like to do it because I want more people to kind of get exposed to the UK scene, man.
Yeah.
They got some dope spitters out there. They got some talent.
And as my boy George always says,
Yeah.
the UK pays attention to bars.
They give a fuck
want
about bars.
You know what I'm saying?
Which
They
is
do.
why they reached out to us.
Exactly.
A lot of y'all reached out to us for this song, man. On Twitter, Instagram, comment section,
Yep.
YouTube. A couple motherfuckers on Patreon. I mean, there's people that reached out to us for this
man.
song. So Avelino and Dave's fans definitely showed up to get to this one, and I'm happy they did. You know what I mean? So shout out to their fans. So let's
sir.
get into this one. Cassius Clay, Avelino and Dave. Let's rock.
Yes, sir.
Made this happen, I was the cause. Hand me the bat and hand me the torch. Running the game like it's a sport, but all I got in this world is my word and my balls.
Okay.
Said Scarface. Good fellas learn the hard way. Never had a godfather or my padre, so I went and got some Margellas for my Marj, cause it's been graveyard shift since I put that in his grave.
So already,
Yeah.
Avelino was very, very slick, man.
Mm-hmm.
I like this sort of references that he made to all of the mob movies.
Yep.
He said, but all I got in this world is my word and my balls, which was a quote from Scarface. He literally says Scarface. And he said, Goodfellas, learn the hard way. Goodfellas is another mob movie.
Yes, sir.
You know, never had a godfather or my padre, so I went and got some Margellas for my Marj, which I believe is probably his mom.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I love just... to me, the slickness
slick.
in the writing.
Very
you know what I
slick.
mean? Always with something. You're
Yep.
always getting some type of tool that he's using, whether it's some type of wordplay, punchline, even when he's en route to getting to his point that
Yep.
he's making. So slick usage
point,
of
man. Great point.
of the mob movies there, man. Let's get back to it.
Said Scarface. Good fellas learn the hard way. Never had a godfather or my padre, so I went and got some Margellas for my Marj, cause it's been graveyard shift since I put that in his grave. Made it out of the maze, I'm in amazement. No haram, I go ham when I pray, cause there's no real helping hand when handling pain. If God made man in his image, I'ma create, I'ma be great. Me casa su casa, Cassius Clay. Rumble in the jungle, I'm from the land of the brave. Souls in the sea, I rode in the deep, now with the wave. Yo, Dave, man, I still remember conversations about
All fucking ready. The beat didn't even drop yet.
He was getting
right?
it, yeah.
And you know what I love, man? Because you touched on the Scarface movies and the mob movies, right? So he's building up to his point of Cassius Clay. Excuse me. He said, if God made man in his image, I'm great. I'd be like Cassius Clay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he built that all the way up with the mobster movie references. He even said here, been doing graveyard shifts since I put my dad in a grave.
Which is good wordplay too. But you know, as I'm looking at the lyrics here, man, and I'm kind of like just taking in everything he's saying, man, there's a lot of like in between slick shit.
It is.
Even before that, when he the Rumble in the Jungle reference there, right, with using Cassius Clay. Rumble in the Jungle was the fight between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman.
Yep.
So it ties into the title of the song, Cassius Clay,
Yep.
about them wanting to be great. And Rumble in the Jungle, I'm assuming, meaning
He grew up the hard way?
He grew up the hard
Yeah.
way in the jungle, in the hood,
Yep.
the land of the brave. Then he said, "Souls in the sea, I rode in the deep. Now we're the wave." So he
which
had to go through a lot. He's in deep water.
Yep.
Right, and now he's the wave. So wave and water, deep. So just the constant.
now I'm popular.
And now
You know what I'm
now they're the wave, right?
Yep.
They're popular. They're on top. Essentially, is what he's saying. So the constant. Metaphors and wordplay in this is amazing. But before that, you had touched on when he said, "Cause it's been graveyard shifts since I put my dad in his grave," which was slick wordplay.
Yep.
Then he said, "Made it out the maze. I'm in amazement.
Yeah.
No harem. I'ma go ham when I pray." Because there's no real helping hand when handling pain. So a constant barrage of slick wordplay. When he said no harem, I'm gonna go ham when I pray. No harem, I believe, is like it's like an Islamic. It's what's forbidden in the Islamic religion. So the irony of him saying, I
will
go ham.
I'm not breaking any laws.
When I pray. I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not breaking any laws, but I'm going to go ham.
I'm going to go ham. So I'm not breaking any Islamic laws. I'm not sure if he's a Muslim. I'm not breaking any Islamic laws, but I'm going to go crazy, which means I'm going to work hard. I'm going to bust my ass. I'm going to be the greatest. When I pray. You know what I'm saying? So really, really dope. And then there's no real helping hand when handling pain, which is real.
He's got to pray for it. You know what I'm saying? He's got to pray for the strength to handle what's to come.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. Crazy. So there's a lot in here, man. That
and the shit didn't even start yet.
Yeah, and the
beat
didn't
even drop yet.
Right. I think it kind of dropped when we stopped it.
Yeah.
So we're going to bring it back. Just want to let y'all know that, Avelino ain't no motherfucking joke.
I'm telling you, boy.
And we've been saying that, y'all.
Yeah, that's true.
Y'all sleeping a little bit on Avelino. I'm looking at his followers and all that. I don't know.
Yeah, Avelino's no joke.
Let's bring it back.
Cause there's no real helping hand when handling pain. If God made man in his image, I'ma create, I'ma be great. Me Cassius clay. Rumble in the jungle, I'm from the land of the brave. Souls in the sea, I rode in the deep, now with the wave. Yo, Dave, man, I still remember conversations about awards and the invalid validation. I got the world in my hands, that's world domination. Man, I'm not pop, we're just pop into the population. And I've got dreams and ambitions, people that listen. Love the fans cause all I had was fiends in the kitchen. I'm in the York, yes, I'm preaching and Christian. My pocket's deep, but my jeans full of riches. Descendants of a king, I got people who depend on me, dependents of a king. My teacher mentioned credit, never said it was a thing. Why you think the mortgage lender isn't lending her a thing?
Yo, we snapping, man.
From real estate to real estate, made sure I ate with my niggas before the dinner date. I had so much on my plate, now I'm eating like a king, had to work like a slave. Imagine if we never imagined this. Imagine if our imaginations couldn't fathom it. Imagine if the butterfly effect was a caterpillar in the garden of Eden by the tree where the apple is. I'm way too talented to still be in the sticks where there's javelins. I'm Olympic on Mount Olympus' peak. At the top it's only us, I'm with my G's, but I ain't gotta be high. There's higher powers in me, it's AV. I fell asleep.
Yeah, this dude is losing his mind. Losing his mind.
That deserves
It's like a cipher. You're like going off.
That deserved me to get up out my seat. But I'm tired right now. But that line right there, you know what line I'm talking about, Ryan?
The butterfly effect line.
That shit
But
was
even before that, though.
Crazy.
But that was crazy.
That was
crazy
fucking line. But go ahead. He was snapping before that.
Even before that, I had so much on my plate. Now I'm eating like a king. I had to work like a slave. That was crazy.
I'm eating like a king, but I had to work like a slave.
But yeah, let's touch on that, man, because he said after that, imagine if we never imagined this. Imagine if our imaginations couldn't fathom it. He's imagine if the butterfly effect was a caterpillar in the Garden of Eden by the tree where the apple is. This is one of those times, man, that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to steal this from Arsenio Hall, man. Remember he had those times that things that make you go,
y'all snoring, y'all snoring.
Things that make you
y'all motherfuckers is like in a coma when it comes to Avelino. I don't know why he's not bigger in the UK. That was crazy.
So correct me if I'm wrong, George, right? The butterfly effect is like something that's small that causes a bigger effect later. That could be catastrophic later, right? That you never really thought that it could really make that big of an impact, right? So
I'm in agreement with that. Now we could probably look up the definition, but that's pretty much the idea of what the butterfly effect means. Something small having some sort of major impact in the future or down the road or whatever the case may be. It's in the realm of that.
So the way I'm taking that is caterpillars, right? They eat fruit,
apples,
right? They eat apples, right?
They have fruit.
So if the caterpillar would have ate the apple, it would have been no temptation for Adam to eat the apple, right? And it would have totally changed the trajectory of where life is. We know it,
mankind,
right?
Yep.
I thought that was fucking incredible. That shit like blew my mind.
And that caterpillar, and just to kind of like tie it into what he's saying overall, is that caterpillar, that's a small event, right? You would think, what? It's just a caterpillar that ate an apple. That's the essentially the idea behind the butterfly effect. Something small, minute happening that has a drastic impact on the future. You know what I mean, of things happening. So what he's saying is how he's relating it to his situation. He's saying, imagine if we didn't fathom this. Imagine if they didn't fathom this dream coming true of him being a rapper and making it in the industry, I think is what he's saying. So essentially that small vision, just visualizing success and visualizing them kind of manifested that, right? It manifested their dreams to come true, his dreams to come true.
Correct.
So that small little thought is what created this major thing that's
This
happening.
big ass butterfly.
You know what I mean? So that's incredible. If that's what he means, that's kind of how
That's what the way we're
taking it.
Yeah.
But that's an amazing line, I think. Even if you're not religious, who gives a fuck?
Right.
The idea behind
Exactly.
how he executed that was excellent.
Crazy, dude.
Before that, man, just to kind of keep going, man, it's gonna be a long ass video, man.
Yeah,
We knew it though.
This is what it is.
We knew
man.
when we saw Avelino and Dave, we knew this was gonna be a long video. So overall, man, I feel like Avelino's verse, man, is sort of a depiction of what he's already achieved and what he has yet to achieve, right? It just seems like because he's talking about, and also just the sort of the journey to get to where he's at,
right?
But still, it still gives me the feeling that he isn't quite finished yet. You know, he was talking to Dave about awards and invalid validations.
Yep.
He said, I got the world in my hands. That's world domination. I got the world in my hands. We're there. We're kind of getting to a certain point. Even the dinner dates line when he said, you know, had to eat, had to grind out to get to this point, but I'm still not finished yet.
Correct.
I see greatness in myself, and the world has yet to discover my greatness, or our greatness, him and Dave's greatness. So that's what I'm getting out of this overall.
I think that's a good assessment.
I don't know. What else did he do? We can keep going.
We can still touch on some other shit.
Yeah.
From a real place, that real estate to real estate.
That was crazy,
That
too.
was hard, too. You know what I'm saying? I went through some real shit in my life. A real state. I'm in a state of disaster, so to speak.
Yeah.
To real estates. Now I'm rich.
Real estates.
You know what I'm saying?
Buildings and houses and things.
Crazy.
Homes, right?
Crazy.
So essentially, I came from nothing and I made something out of myself. But that's just dope how he.
We can keep going though.
How he worded that.
It's crazy.
Then he said, "My teacher mentioned credit never said it was a thing. Why you think the mortgage lender isn't lending her a thing?" You know what I'm saying? So essentially just speaking on maybe the lack of education for things that are maybe important.
Yep.
In schooling.
Because I never learned about credit.
I thought the UK had that on smash. I thought we was the only ones that was learning a bunch of bullshit that didn't apply to life.
Bunch of bullshit.
Let's learn about the Pythagorean theorem that I'm never going to use. So it's interesting to see that just in general applies to education, right? There's just life tools that aren't taught in school that probably should be taught in school.
It should be called life. It should be a class called life.
Life class.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Teaching you how to navigate through life.
That should be a grade in itself.
It should.
You know what I'm saying?
It really
That's
should
just
be.
all you learn about is life in this grade. Learn how to fucking farm. Learn about credit. You know? In case the world goes to shit, you might want to learn how to. Anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a lot of shit in here, man. We literally can't. We're trying to touch as much as we can with Avelino, just to kind of get to paint the picture of how dope and how dense he is as a lyricist, man. He's very, very talented, man. So we're gonna finish this verse up, but he's completely crushed that shit.
I'm way too talented to still be in the sticks where there's javelins. I'm Olympic on Mount Olympus' peak. At the top it's only us, I'm with my G's, but I ain't gotta be high. There's higher powers in me, it's AV. I fell asleep and spoke to MJ, and he told me heal the world, make it a better place. Enough red jackets in my ends, it's the end days. Why you think I'm rolling with trendsetters that set pace? Grew up in a race, with a race is a place where they wanna replace us. I'm patient, but then I'm impatient. God's grace has been ever so gracious. Something to say, but I'm the savior, cause I'm in the matrix, an alien, cause I'm in a spaceship. I saw my niggas on slave ships. I remember telling Whitney on my queen. I was selling Bobby New Edition on my street. Feds were taking pictures of my team, but I saw the bigger picture, the depiction of my dream. It was nightmares when we lost Mo and Leng. Had a nigga feeling out of place at his home address. I'm the first nigga with insomnia who overslept. I paid 70 in taxes, it don't match what I owe to them, and it's crazy.
Lately I see a lot of men trying to play me.
This might be the best I heard from Avelino. That's saying a lot, because Avelino has some shit. He really lost his mind on that verse, man. He said, what did he say? The insomnia line was crazy. I'm the first nigga with insomnia who overslept. So I think what he's saying in that line, and I think it's more of a reference to his come up. You know what I mean? Because when he was on his grind and he was trying to figure out maybe what he wanted to do with his life, or if this rap thing was real to him, or whatever the case may be. But when he was sort of trying to figure things out, he was lost. He was sleeping. He didn't understand what he needed to do to get to the next level, right? So when he says, I'm the first nigga with insomnia who overslept, he was awake. You know what I mean? He was awake and he was, living his life, but he was sleeping. When someone says they're sleeping, that's sort of a slang way of saying that
unaware.
They're unaware, maybe ignorant to certain things that they should be aware of. So he was unaware of the moves that he needed to make, and then he woke up at a certain point and figured it out. So insomnia meaning he may have been up, he may have been awake, but he was asleep on what he needed to do to get his life to the next level. At least that's how I'm defining that line.
Me too.
I hope that's what he means, because that shit's fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then he said up top here, something to say about I'm a savior because I'm in the matrix. I'm an alien because I'm in a spaceship. I saw my niggas on a slave ship. I remember telling Whitney, you're my queen. I was telling Bobby New Editions on my street.
That was crazy.
And then he said, I'm an alien because I'm in a spaceship. So what I'm thinking is he's kind of like timeless.
Yep.
I'm traveling back in time because I saw black people on a slave ship, right?
Yep.
And I remember telling Whitney, you're my queen. Whitney passed away.
Almost
Rest
like he's
in peace.
godlike, it
So
seems
he's able to he's just different. He's
Right.
different. He's able to see things that we can't see, or maybe he saw things prior to
Certain atrocities
to
that
what's
happen.
happening now. You
Yep.
know, that kind of contributes to it. So that's kind of the way I'm defining that.
Yeah,
You know,
incredible though.
I thought that was dope.
The creativity in that
Crazy.
was amazing, man. So that was actually an extremely dope verse by Avelino.
And that was the first verse. We haven't even got to Dave yet.
And Dave, you know Dave's gonna bring it too, man. So let's keep it going, man. So
Totally.
far, so good, man.
Nigga feeling out of place at his home address. I'm the first nigga with insomnia who overslept. I paid 70 in taxes, it don't match what I owe to them, and it's crazy.
Lately, I see a lot of men trying to play me.
That got a nigga feeling out of place in his home address. I mean, you know, like, come on, Av, man. I feel like you doing too much.
I'm telling you.
I feel like you trying to.
He went off. He went off on this.
I just caught that too. I'm like, you feeling out of place in his home address. He said something before that though that kind of painted a picture for me when he said it was nightmares where we lost, and I think he lost one of his homeboys. Maybe they got killed in his neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what when he said I felt out of place in my own home. Right? I can't believe something like that atrocity could happen to someone that's from where I'm from, part of my crew, and from the same neighborhood to get killed. I don't even feel like I belong here anymore.
Yeah.
I think is what he's saying when he said that, which is really dope. And then he said, it was another thing when he said, enough red jackets in my ends, it's the end days, to kind of add to that. So when he says enough red jackets, I'm not sure if that means Bloods. I don't know if, you know, how
what the gangs are overseas. Yeah,
I'm not sure what the gang situation is overseas, but he said red jackets in my ends. It's the end day. It's the end of days. So when he talks about his friend being killed, and then he has that line before, enough red jackets. I think what he's saying is this is a lot of crime and violence and death where he's coming from that made him feel out of place.
Yes.
Whether it's game, so just all that.
crazy.
If you put it all together, man, he went absolutely insane on that. All right, let's get to Dave. Man, I'm sorry. Let's get to Dave.
Lately, I see a lot of men trying to play me. I ain't an escort, but it's fuck you, pay me. Deja vu every time that I get a break. Gee, I used to visualize my reality in a daydream. Dream to be happy, are you happy with a dream team? Full of happy niggas, are you happy with your team? How many men had talent and ended up on the street? He didn't act on it, now he looks unhappy with his scene. I mean happy Halloween. Me and the team branched out from selling leaves. If my life was a film, the title and it's
Slick lines in here, man. Me and my team branched out from selling leaves.
Yeah.
That was slick. That was slick. So it's a play on, you know, a tree has leaves, right? But he's talking about marijuana. Yeah, he's talking about drugs. Selling leaves, drugs. But what he's saying is they branched out from that. They got away from that.
I ain't no escort, but it's fuck you, pay me. I used to visualize my reality in a daydream.
Which is slick.
Dope, right? Maybe
Yep.
he's kind of saying, hey, you know, it's very easy to be taken advantage of when you're not really familiar with how things go in this
And your
realm.
circle's not
You know what
tight
I'm
as
saying?
well. You know what I
Right.
mean? You got to make
know
sure
what
your
I'm saying?
circle's tight. So I think that's overall what
And are
he's
you
saying,
happy
man.
with your team? And
Are you
all that
happy
kind
with
of
your
stuff?
team? Make sure
Yeah.
your circle's tight. Make sure that you're aware of your surroundings. And as you make your way up this ladder to success, you know what I mean? Make sure that you're not being taken advantage of, man. But he even said here, he said, how many men are talented and ended up on the street?
Yep.
I think he's saying you better act on it. Now
Yep.
he looks unhappy with the scene. You know what I mean? So act on it. Actors act in the scene. So there's wordplay in there. But you better act on this passion. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna end up on the street, right? You can just be
And now you're
another
unhappy with it.
you could just be another talented guy on the street that didn't fulfill his potential. So you better act on it. You're going to be unhappy with your scene, as in with your circumstances. So I thought that was really slick.
She finished that up with scene, I mean, happy Halloween. So it's kind of like the trick's on you, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You better get your money. You know what I'm saying? So
There you go.
I thought that was dope.
Let's keep it going, man. He's doing his thing.
Street, he didn't act on it, now he looks unhappy with his scene. I mean happy Halloween. Me and the team branched out from selling leaves. If my life was a film, the title when it's released would have to be Jeff Stream. It's one incredible scene. I ain't had a break since the pedal bike in my teens, so I wouldn't lose sleep if you couldn't sell me a dream. I'm tighter than these guys, it's all lies that they're feeding. The seeds of the seed grew the tree in the trees, and no reason for the way that you live and make a decision. I hate mediocrity. Last dream I had, I saw Socrates. He told me he believes in my philosophy. I just do numbers, I ain't waiting on the lottery.
That's hard.
And best on the scene. The only thing that follows when you're mentioning me, man, invest in a girl when interested, but she ain't invested if she don't say invest in your dream. You invest for your queen, I invest for the queen. There's a big fucking difference. When I was 18, I was a six-figure nigga, trigger happy, I'm a killer for dinners. We
Yeah, hold on, man. Let's stop it.
Yeah,
We can't let too much fly by here.
I hate mediocrity. Last dream I had, I saw Socrates. He told me to believe in my philosophy. I just do numbers. I don't wait on the lottery. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm kind of seeing here is like, dude, go after your own dreams. Make your own dreams.
That's exactly what he's saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Throughout this whole verse.
Don't wait on shit to happen to you. You know what I'm saying? Be proactive. You know what I'm saying? Don't be necessarily reactive.
Yep.
You know, I know a lot of people.
It's kind of motivational, it seems like, in his verse. You know what I mean?
It is, dude, because I think, man, and I'm just going to speak from my own experiences here, man. A lot of people wait for good stuff to happen. And then when good stuff don't happen, they say, well, it wasn't my time. Or
but that's what he's saying when he's saying, like, I just do numbers. I'm not waiting on a lottery. I'm not waiting for some success to come my way by chance.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going out and I'm getting it. And even tying it back into what we said earlier, that line when he said you better act on it. Now, if you don't act on this talent, you can have the most talent in the world, but you have to put that into action. So this whole verse is him just saying, you know, go after your dreams, man. Don't let shit just come to you. You got to go get it. And he said here, even before that, the seeds of the seed grew the tree in the trees, and no reason for the way that you're living, make a decision. So you got to plant that seed, right? In order to grow a tree, in order to grow this tree, meaning essentially in order to get to a higher place in life, to create something special, you got to plant those seeds. So this whole thing, again, is all about motivating and understanding how to achieve greatness.
And even if you plant those seeds, right, you still got to make a decision. You got to act on it.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Dope. I love that.
Killed it, man.
Interested, but she ain't invested if she don't say invest in your dream. You invest for your queen, I invest for the queen. There's a big fucking difference. When I was 18, I was a six-figure nigga, trigger happy, I'm a killer for dinners. We ate livers and corned beef. I work in silence, my touch Midas. Yes, colorism real, but don't let them divide us. We're all blacks trying to run our own race in our own way, feeling pressure from our own race. Struggling to relate. In a black man's eyes, see pride, see pain, see joy, see days of hardship. You wanna be black, but you don't know what dark is. You want our blood, but you don't know what heart is. How could he draw me out if he don't know what art is? A Picasso, this me a man know. It's kidnapped. Nothing but red paint when the van goes. I don't make pop art also, and these kicks that I wore hold up. I had a tough upbringing and hard days, I saw those. Weight on my chest, only right, I got a torso, be happy for me. I'm happy to see I happen to be the only one that made it happen for me. As a child I saw lost, now I'm a man in defeat. Outstanding, I stand for something when I stand on the beat.
Yeah, and I think that is the main, I don't know if you heard what he said, I stand for something at the end of that beat. I think that is really what makes him great, dude.
That was fire.
Julian, that's my guy.
Both of these guys crushed it, man.
Yeah, man.
They really did, right? But I don't know if you guys heard us when the song was ending, guys, because I was just kind of hyped up and I get to talking a lot and then you probably don't hear everything. But I was telling George, I think that is the main differentiator between these two guys, man. I think Dave is so purposeful. I believe the messaging is the top of his list. I really believe that when I hear him rap, he really wants you to hear what the hell he has to say. I don't think he wants to dazzle you.
He doesn't want anything to get lost in translation.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's very purposeful in how he's delivering his content because he wants you to get it. And I love that about him. Now, I think Avelino, on the other hand, Avelino is very, very skillful. I believe his style of rapping speaks to me more because I think he has a very dynamic flow. I think he's delivering it in a dynamic way, but I still think what he has to say is very clever and very purposeful as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's just in a different way, you know? So I think these guys complement each other so well on this track because I think you see the stark difference.
Yes.
I think you see what they're both great at.
Yep.
And they're both dope as hell, man. So yeah, man, both Avelino and Dave lost their fucking mind. I really loved Avelino's verse, man. I really did, man. It really spoke to me, and I just like him as a rapper. And I really think that this should put a spotlight on how great he is.
How does Avelino only have 27,000 subscribers on YouTube, man?
I don't get it, man.
Not that I think, hold on, let me look at where he's at on Instagram real quick. Just out of curiosity, man. Because I agree with you, Ryan. I think first of all they both killed it.
They both killed it.
They both killed it. We know Dave is ill.
Yep.
But Avelino to me is he seems to be criminally underrated.
Yeah, I
in the
feel that way,
UK,
too.
man. I'm like, what's going on? So on Instagram, 76,000. Okay, it just seems like when I look at some of the primetime UK artists, when I look at, and this is no disrespect to
Stormzy,
anyone,
Dave.
Skepta, Stormzy.
Yep.
I think Dave's still on the come up, but Skepta and Stormzy seem to be the kings, and I'm not taking anything away from them.
Yeah.
It's typically it's for a reason. There's some sort of universal quality that they have
Yep.
that's got them there. But when we talking about bars, though,
Yeah.
I'm comparing, Avelino and Dave to Skepta and Stormzy, and I don't think it's a contest. And Red Street 2 is in Avelino and Dave's category as well,
Yeah.
barred out. And so they to me, it's just that I want to make sure that, man, get the word out there about Avelino UK, man. Salute to both these dudes, man, for doing that thing. Man, make sure y'all support both these gentlemen, man.
Absolutely,
I'm
man.
glad we did that one. Shout out to the UK, man. UK stand up, man.
That was a great song, man.
Yeah,
They
UK
killed
stand
it.
up. You
They
know what I'm
killed
saying?
it.
All right, so that's the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed that, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm George. That's Ryan. Lost in Vegas.
We out.
We out.